Hey guys, in today's video we're doing AWS security. We're going to be working with the cloud, S3 buckets, and a few configuration details which might slip in an admin's mind when they're doing it, and you can exploit that. So we're gonna get the flag. Let's go.
Level 2. On AWS, you can set up S3 buckets with all sorts of permissions. Some people accidentally open them with permissions that are too loose. So this is what I said in the previous video where we got into a public S3 bucket. You have to be careful with that, of course. Yeah. So yeah, directory listings is what we did last time. Read and write permissions. How do we avoid it? This is an old version of AWS. But yeah, you basically, instead of granting everyone, you don't. You just don't grant everyone. This is what we did last time. Okay, level 2. Fairly similar with a slight twist. I need my own AWS account for this. Ooh, let's see if we have an AWS account. Okay, so here we are at AWS. We're gonna need the free tier, but it says nothing else. So we're just told that it's similar to what it was before, but but nothing else. So what exactly are we supposed to do? Okay, so we have this. There's a secret. Robots.txt, I don't know what that's gonna have, to be honest. We can check it out because flows.cloud. Okay. So we already saw the secret. This is from the last one. There's index, which should be just a page. So I'm wondering why do we need our own account? How is there a twist? What's the twist about? So it's still to do with S3 buckets, but if I need an account, what exactly am I doing? Probably some downloading. Or I need to use the Cloud Shell or something. Okay, so flows.cloud. This right here should just be the website. Right? Oh no. Flows. Yeah, this is just what it is. So we managed to find this subdomain, but we need to find another subdomain. Why would we need our own account? Can't I just read.flows.cloud? Okay, that doesn't exist, probably. Yeah, but I still don't get. First of all, I'm gonna do what I was gonna try before, which is cr. I think it was cr. Yeah, crt.sh. We're gonna type %, which is going to be for everything, a character for everything, and then we're going to basically say dot flows.cloud to see if we have certificates for other subdomains. Flows.cloud. See if we can find something. there were no certificate found. So that's not gonna help us. That's not gonna help us. So yeah, this was from the previous CTF where we were trying to get a the first subdomain, but yeah, now for the second subdomain, it's much more. There's a slight twist. But how does me having an AWS account help in any way to get a new subdomain? I feel like maybe we need to find a subdomain first and then do something with my AWS account, but I don't know, assets. API maybe, API. Well, what are other common things? There were some here, admin, internal, admin. Maybe I need to try brute forcing it. Dev, stage, test. I would try a few, but I think this method is not gonna. Dev. UAT, I'm not sure what that stands for. UAT, media static files. I'll try those. If those don't work. Here there's no more hints. Because these are like keys within this subdomain. There are keys within this subdomain, but they don't know where the rest of the subdomains are. So yeah. How can this information help us for the next level? So I've got already subdomain, which I found, but that doesn't help me find any other unless I can do unless I can do some sort of like cd dot dot, which allows me to see all subdomains. See, because now we're yeah, maybe. How do I see outside of this? So I found one subdomain. Because the domain is public. So this is the domain. Yeah. Media static files. Files. Okay, then no. We need to so right now at the level we're at is we have a bucket. Let's see. We have a bucket which is like this, and this is the one of flows.cloud, and this contains a lot of like paths basically. So if we divide it into a bunch of paths like this, it's like you have the logo.png, the robots, whatever. Thing is, there's many others. There could be like x.flows.cloud, which also contains within itself a bunch of stuff. And we've got here, this is public, so inside here it's public. Inside here it's public, but that doesn't allow us to go out of here. Like, what if we do some sort of cd dot dot? Is that possible? And we see buckets within buckets. Not sure if you can do that though, having buckets within buckets. to have buckets within bucket. I found a domain, but now I need to find another domain. With the help of my own, you know what, let's leave it like this. We don't want too much input either. We want to, when we get stuck, it's good to use, it speeds up, but so yeah, we're at the stage where we've done, yeah, level 1, we've got this. HTML. Yeah, what could it be? Need to find another subdomain. What happened to to the level itself, this one here? What's this code over here? Level 2? That means level 2 is something, no? Like, if there's a dash here, it means this .flows.cloud is something. Or no? Like, what does this code over here represent? This little code could be something, but no, it doesn't look like it. Level 2, level 3. So we cannot put buckets inside buckets. Yeah, that's what I thought. But there's prefixes. So in the object key, there's prefixes to simulate a directory structure, but they're just part of the name. It's not like an actual folder. You see, it doesn't create 2026 in finances. This is just one bucket. So exactly, so what I was trying to do doesn't work. I was saying cd dot dot. You can't do that. It's not, that's not how it works. And here as well, I can't, it's not like there's level 3 in this, it's that this is the bucket. But then there must be more. There must be more, which we need to somehow find a name with our S3. I mean, I can go to, where is this? I go to S3. But if I create an S3 bucket, that's not going to help me do anything. But didn't know about this. Advanced search engine dorking. If we query this, you can get all sites which and in example.com excluding www. Let's try it. But with flows.cloud, so no results. That didn't work. Maybe it's because I'm using this browser. Let's see. Oh my. I literally want this, man. This. What happened here? I found something. I found something with it. Oh my days. I found something with it, but it looks like it's from a way past level. But that helps. I'm happy with that. So I found a new subdomain which I don't even know of which level it is. Go /proxy /this metadata. What the hell? What if I just go here? I'm gonna keep this though, because this might be useful. I'm gonna keep this this thing over here. So I'm gonna this path, like if I lose it, at least I remember it for later. So I'm just gonna find somewhere to paste this in here. Let's make a new one. Let's just for the fuck do I make a new one? We'll leave that there. Meantime, let's see. Let's explore. What? So I just entered something that requires authorization, but I entered it. /proxy /this. What the hell? What? That's wild. What if I go here? Okay, this still requires oath, but then if damn. If I go on latest, what do I have? See, this might not even be for this level, but it's the best I could find. Like, all I did was this, okay? So it's basically giving me all of the ones which ended flows to the cloud, and it only found one. Like, if I do this again, I don't even need to omit the www, I think. No results here, but then if I go on Google.com, search Google basically, without this stupid part, and I do it. No, not this. Flows.cloud. I get this domain I just found, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny. I wonder if I try another browser, I get more results even. No, I just get this one, which is already good enough for me. There's dynamic too. What's dynamic? Dynamic instance identity. I don't know if this is useful though. Bunch of no, this is probably not useful. No, but there's certainly something useful in here. Like, I just found an account ID, bro. Bro, like, I know literally what EC2 instance they're using, a T2 Nano. I just found their account ID. I don't have their password, but I just got their account ID. The image they're using, US West 2. So this has a lot of info that could be useful. PKCS is probably already some more deep security stuff. Some random hash or whatever. RSA signature, that's probably not gonna help us too much right now. but it could have a some sort of use in the future, like RSA 2048. But this in itself is not another folder, right? This is already the value. I just want to double check, but this is where it all ends, let's just say. So we go back a bit, just doing a little exploration of a gem we just found online. Well, I gotta do latest, yeah, latest metadata. This was where we saw initially. So we've got a bunch of stuff, host name, IAM. So IAM is useful because we'll see exactly, I think we'll be able to see security credentials. Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. Have an instance profile? Yeah, no, these guys are gone, bro. I just found this. These levels I think are gonna be watch me go from like level 1 to level 20 all in one. Security credentials, like what the hell? I just got an I just got a secret access key. I think I can literally log in with this. Not log in maybe, but yeah, no, this is gone for them. Where exactly do I have to put this? I know it's somewhere, secret access key. Wait. AWS HMAC. Secret. I think it's even through IAM. So in order to authenticate into the CLI, you can use a secret access key. So right now I have no users, but when I create a user, I don't think it costs money to create a user, right? No, from what I remember, no. So I can create a user. Here, you can provide user access to the management console. Now, I don't think it's this, but basically, if I create some random user, okay, I need to give it a name, like myself. And I go next. For now, let's just start like this, just to see. Create him. And then I can, security credentials. Access key, this right here. Use access key to send programmatic calls to the AWS CLI. So now that I have this and I have basically all details, I can, through the CLI, control their AWS console. If I'm not mistaken. No, this is it. Still haven't found the level 3 though. Like I basically hacked the whole thing, but I can't. Secret access key. Yeah. This is crazy. So that's already great. IAM found some good stuff. Identity credentials seems pretty much as promising. For EC2 instances. Also security credentials. Amazing. Host name. Host names is just nothing, no? Okay, host name is just this. But no, yeah, we found something pretty useful, but it's not helping us because thing is, how is this a CTF? How is this CTF? We're literally told. Where is this? We're literally told the next level is fairly similar to the old level. And for the old level, they gave us this much text as well. But yeah, you're gonna need your own AWS account. That's what it sounds like. I'm not gonna look at the hints. I don't care. I'm not a hint guy. Do this on my own. Metadata, metrics, network profile, good. Security groups, services. So profile, let's see profile. No, who cares? Security groups. Security groups could be pretty useful to know. What? Okay, that's just the security group. That's the name of the security group. Yeah. Services. Yeah, I think the most valuable thing for us here is the IAM for sure, the security credentials. It's what we have, let's work with it. If it's what we have, let's work with it. So I have IAM, security credentials, 4 flows. I have access key, secret access key. How do I? Yeah, no, this was very useful. This little search over here. One thing is I don't get how this is gonna help me get level 3, but I have no other info, so I'll just keep it. Yeah, so do I use AWS CLI with crit access key? So that's what I have. I have a secret access key. Yeah, I do have it. That's crazy. Saves you credentials to a local file so you don't have to enter them every time. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have to install it. I'm not sure I have it yet. No, I might already have it. Nope. Let's get it. My bad. So we're gonna get the AWS CLI. Let's just get the older version. Who cares? We're getting AWS CLI so we can control this console over here through the terminal, but we're not going to control our console because that's boring. We're going to control these guys' console, Flow's console. So yeah, here we have it. Let's configure. Whoa. What the hell? What's going on? CLI will prompt you for 4 pieces of information. Well, it didn't. Cannot import name default ciphers from this SSL. Yeah, what the hell is this? This is going straight into here. Maybe I should. Nah, the version it should still work, but worst case I upgraded using Snap. But yeah, the idea is gonna be putting these from here. I even already have a token. Let's just remove this. And do it like this. Whatever. Removed, cleaned up. We're going to download it from the URL itself. And take a bit. Gonna unzip the file and install it. Damn, that's a lot of stuff. Have to run this exactly? Damn. No way. I need to put this in like my path, because whatever, let's roll with this. Access key. Boom. Easy. Secret access key. Session token. Like, they're giving me everything. Cookies. Default region. Nah. Nah. Now what? Now I just need to run it. Nope. So I did this. Yeah, but now what? Okay, now I just need to run commands. How do I list all S3 buckets? Give me command to list. This is gonna give us some info. AWS S3. Not AWS, this is real S. Access denied. Oh, that's not an allowed action. I see. So the user credential I got, they don't have access to everything. This guy only has access to some things, but not to list S3 buckets. So that's not going to help too much. How can I use my own S3, my own find subdomains of another account, which is already doesn't sound too good to just tell him to do that. But yeah, because right now, sure, we authenticated as this user, but this user doesn't have any. How to check user permissions? Command to check user permissions. Oh, they just spin up EC2. Yeah, but we're not doing that. We're not trying to spend money. They're saying, okay, just brute force by opening loads of EC2 instances and run all these tools in these instances to find stuff, but we don't want that. Subdomain takeover. Dangling DNS. So a company wants to host a temporary site. They create the NSC name for a specific bucket, okay. They delete the bucket, but they don't delete the DNS record. So this is pointing to an S3 bucket that no longer exists. They find the subdomain. They see the AWS error message. Company promo bucket is now available. They create it with that name and it goes there. Ay, 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 ay. Damn. Okay. So if I have something dot flows dot cloud and I create an S3 bucket, I create an S3 bucket with that name. I control the content of it, but see the content, it doesn't matter because I already know what it is. Like right now I have a domain, let's say I see all this content. Yeah, yeah. What is this? The next level is fairly similar. How much time is it on this? I need to hurry up. I'm not gonna look at a hint. I'm gonna read this just in case. Open them up with permissions that are too loose. S3 buckets of Legal Robot and Shopify. Oh, this is just a report of what happened. Just directory listings. Udemy, Shopify. This challenge did not have read and write permissions, as that would destroy the challenge for other players. Yeah, fair enough. So we can list, but we cannot read and write because otherwise. I had to turn on static website hosting. Get object. Just fine if you plan to public host the bucket. But then everyone has list permissions. Okay. Alright. Alright, buddy. So all it says for level 2 is the next level is fairly similar. With the slides first, you're going to need your own AWS account. Yeah. Really? How do I list my users per? We're going back to our authenticated user. See, this might be from another level, but from policies attached to your user. So first I need to find my username. It's probably going to be Flows. So that's my user ID. Okay. Got an ARN. So my username is this assumed role flows / this. I don't know if it's just flows or I05, but this is an assumed role. I think that's something special. There's standalone policies attached directly to my user account. It's gonna be a bit tough in it. My username. Is it this? Username is invalid. Access denied. One calling list attached user policies. Not authorized. It's not allowed. Basically not allowed anything. So I can't even read the permissions. I need my own AWS account for this. I just don't. How do I use my AWS account to find more subdomains of more subdomains hosted website? Yeah, just gotta keep trying. I just don't want to use the hint. Free tier. Nah. Amazon Guard Duty. Threat detection service. Yeah, but it's not helping me. Defending them. How they do a swap, firewall, routing, alerting on 403s. Flows.cloud.s3.amazonaws.com. Which vulnerabilities to see other subdomains which vulnerabilities S3 buckets to see other subdomains can be exploited with someone else's S3 AWS account. Because yeah, it's That's what needs to be found. Can't tell me. Dangling DNS. I still don't see how that will help us though. Dangling DNS, sure, but like I still won't be able to see the actual bucket name. Like seriously? How am I supposed to know what the next level is? Genuinely. Doesn't say anywhere. This is level 2. What's this? What's this string? They create a new bucket. What could there be then? Something I didn't try yet. That's what we need to do. Just try new things. .s3. Oh, wait. Access denied. So I cannot enter this. How do I grant myself access? How do I grant myself access? I have a E tag. What is this E tag? Is this string special? Look, like we gotta try everything. That's how it is. Going on the hunt. There's not really much more. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn. Now it's gonna do exactly what it's gonna. I don't want it to give me just the solution directly. Unique identifier. Sure. Yeah, I know. Slightly tighter. Permission. Oh, okay. Okay. It kind of told me. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? So I need to authenticate, and then how do I even use it? So basically, I do have access to this, I guess. Well, not this. This is from another level, which looks messed up. But I basically have access to this, I guess. But I need to be authenticated in AWS. So I need to like get this bucket. How does that even work though? How do I authenticate? Not AWS. How do I see someone else's bucket from my console? Through the CLI, for that matter. Generate an access key ID and secret access key. Configure AWS CLI with those keys. Well, I mean, I did some random ones. AWS S3 LS. So I can use LS on a public bucket. Okay, that makes sense. Um, Fair enough. Give me the command to list from that specific bucket. I didn't know that you could just set for authenticated users. Doesn't make much sense to me. Like anyone will just create an account if they want to. But oh yeah, there it is. Got a new secret. This is the funny part is this isn't even our account that we're authenticated. We're authenticated to a random account we found online. Crazy from another level. But yeah, those are the twists and turns. That's why you gotta watch these videos. Okay, there we are. Level 3. So that was really simple, but it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why would this even be a feature? So it took me a while to figure out. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna continue with level 3 next video, but that was just a new thing to learn, right? Authenticated accounts, you can also set those as a permission. So that was it. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.